Here they come. Get my notes up. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm sorry. I'm fine, but why I'm alone? So I miss class or what? What
Nope,
happened?
nope. I think
No.
people tend to rock up about 5 past, really, don't they? But hey, if no one else comes, my love, it'll be just us and we can get into real
Okay.
nitty-gritty. How
Very
have you been?
strange.
Oh, here
I'm
they start.
fine, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
been busy?
you. Not busy since today is Sunday, so it's not a busy day.
Good. Lovely. Get a chance to have a bit of a relax.
Yeah.
Who's this? How do I say this? Asset?
Maybe yeah. That's it.
Welcome. We're just waiting for people to arrive. How's the course going, Svetlana? Have you got any questions or anything that's been coming up that's been throwing you
No
off? Or...
questions. I think that it's a very interesting course and a lot of details, a lot of practice. So now I think that I need to only practice and maybe see again all recordings which we have.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
by the way, what about our last lesson? Because I didn't find the records of this
I think
last
I've written.
lesson with you.
Here's a link to the recording from yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe I put it because for some reason I'm in two groups at the minute.
hmm
So maybe I've put it in one and not the other. Let me look. Hmm, let me have a look. Welcome, Anna. Hi, my dear. Uh,
Hello, Pippa.
hey.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
I've
now.
put it in the group. I can put it.
Yeah. I find it. Yeah.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
found it. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, it scrolled up a little bit. I think I did it straight after or a little bit after, and I don't know if it's sent straight away. For some reason, my Telegram doesn't it takes a while to let me know the message has been sent, but I don't know if it's just me. Um,
Okay.
lovely. How are you, Anna? Are you well? You said you're well. Have you had a haircut? It looks nice. Is it a bit
I
shorter?
did. Yeah.
Yeah, fabulous. I was going to get mine all chopped off before Christmas, but as you can tell, I haven't. I've been too scared.
I've never seen you with the hair down, so I do
Not,
not know.
do not have a hair down. It's quite long. It's quite we're just having a chin wag, Ira and Asit, while we wait for people to arrive. It's quite longish. It used to be a bit longer, but I usually go from short to long. And I did have it
But I
all
think
proper at
because
one time.
you are an actress, maybe you are not allowed to cut
This is
your
it.
hair.
I mean, at this point, I can kind of do what I want, but it does have an impact on what you are seen for. So I think
Yeah.
I'll chat with my agent properly about it because I was just going to do it and be like, hey, I've cut all my hair off. But I think she
Are you
might.
allowed to color your hair?
Yeah, we can colour it if we want. I can do whatever I want, really. I mean, I'm not famous or anything, so that I can really do what I want. But I think she does say, how it is quite helpful. But that being said, it's been quite quiet this last month, so screw it. I might go crazy and dye it green and get a mohawk
No,
or something.
don't.
No, I won't do that. That's
No,
not
no,
my
no. It says do epic shit. So
Yeah.
do it.
Do epic shit. Ta-da! I don't know if everyone has seen this before. If you don't like cursing, I apologize, but this is my little
I
thing.
love it.
I love it too. Yeah, I did think it was much bigger, but it's the perfect size, really. Can take it with me anywhere I go now. Um, fabulous. Let's get started because I do like to start on time. We're just waiting for people to get here. Of course, we're going to do a little warm up like usual. I have put it in the group, my loves. So let's just do a little bit of shoulder rolling. I hope you're well, Ira, and Asset as well. You've got your cameras off, which is fine. But do get involved. Do join us in. Let's get some shoulder rolls happening then, guys. Sat nice and upright on your seat. Not slouching on your bed. We are upright. We are ready to work. Lovely. Just take some nice deep breaths. Start getting that breath and body moving. Hi, Anna. Welcome. We're just warming up. Lovely. Have a little wiggle. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do some Tony Robbins then. So arms nice and high in the sky. Fingers splayed like this. And we're going to very shortly shunt the arms down to the shoulders. There's a nice new tongue twister. So we're just going to very shortly, I can't speak today, oh my God. We're going to very quickly do a short, sharp shh as we pull our arms down. Yeah, we've done this before. I always like to explain it just in case anyone hasn't. So we're going to lift up. Shh. Nice and slow for now. Shh. Slowish. Shh. Feel that blood pumping already? You probably can. Shh. 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 Breathe in as you reach up. Shh. Out on the down. Shh. 3 more. Feel the burn. Shh. 2. Shh. 1. Shh. Good. Have a little wiggle. Let that go. I've turned my radiator up and now I'm already going red. I think it's partly the radiator. Let me quickly turn that down a little bit so I don't boil alive during the session. Fabulous. Well done, guys. Let's do a head and shoulder stretch now then. So let's just tilt our head to one side. Very good. And with the arm that you're tilting away from, if you want to try and imagine maybe reaching to the ground like you're picking up a flower, it will increase that stretch. And just take a few deep breaths here. And I always like to send the inhalation to wherever you're stretching. Hi, Iris. Got a camera on now. Lovely. Hello. Lovely to see you all. Good. And then let the arm go. Come back to neutral with the arm. And let that head float to the top. Stay in the middle for a second. Just feel that difference. Should already be able to feel a bit more space in your neck. And go on to the other side, up and over. And again, if you want to stretch out your arm to the side. If there is any like really creaky bits, just don't be afraid to like work into those a little bit if you want to have a little bit of a movement. Going on, just remember to breathe. Beautiful. Let me get my notes up again. Let that arm go, let that head float to the top again. Very good. And maybe just look over those shoulders nice and gently, not going too far. Just waking up the neck muscles. Getting everything moving. Woo-hoo-hoo. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's do some pucker smiling then. Muscles on the face. Pucker. Smiling. Have we done the sucker yet? Did we do pucker sucker smiling? I can't remember. No, oh, okay, that's like level 3. So let's do it. We're going to pucker, lips really close together like this. Then we're going to sucker like this, like a tentacle on an octopus's arm, yeah? Like we're sucking on something, and then we're going to smile. Sucker. Pucker, sucker, smile. So sucker's like the middle one that we always come back to, but we're going to pucker, sucker, smile, sucker, pucker, yeah? And we're just going to keep doing that. So do it in your own time. Remember to breathe and just really feel those lips moving. Hello, Acid. Have you got a question? Turn your microphone on. I'll mute you. Good. Feel the burn. Do a few more repetitions. Should be feeling it in your cheeks, your lips maybe. Remember to breathe. Three, two, one. Whew, let it go. Oh, I don't know about you. I can really feel it down here today. In fact, let's do that. Let's have a little massage. So let that jaw hang heavy and let's just massage all those muscles we just fused. Yeah, get those lips nice and loosey-goosey. Oh, looking great, guys. I've been looking into, is it called body fascia or something lately? Like all the proper little tendons and, yeah, I don't really get it. But all this sort of stuff that we're doing, if you do it in the morning, I don't see why it wouldn't have the same sort of effects as, well, it's facial massage, isn't it? And stimulating all of the glands that we have and all those wonderful things in our body to help us fight diseases. So, like I say, even though I won't be seeing you again unless you do the course again, these sorts of exercises, the benefits go way beyond your accent work. I actually think they're really beneficial for your general well-being. Okay, so good. Let's do some tongue exercises now. We're going to do tongue boot camp. So I want us to go 6 circles in one direction, 6 in the other. We've done this before, I'm sure. And all we're going to do is keep that mouth open. We're not trying to keep the lips tight around the tongue. We're just going to circle behind the lips. So if we do it in our own time, we're going to do 6 each direction, then 5 in each direction, 4 in each direction, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so feel the burn. Remember to breathe. Try and keep your posture nice and neutral for me. Don't start scrunching your face up as the pain starts happening. Try and keep it neutral for me. And just breathe through the pain. Okay, if you need to take a little break, go for it. But try and stick with it. Let's go. Tongue circle, 6 in one direction. No rush, but do try and keep them pumping. I'm already losing count and losing direction. Focus. Remember to breathe. Maybe if you need to have a little wiggle because the ache, that dull ache in the back of your neck is coming up, that's fine. Keep going. Whew. Wow, keep going if you are still going. If you're done, give your necks a little massage using those fingertips. Neck nice and long. I say it quite often, but the tongue is a very big muscle and it can really impact a lot of, well, it impacts all the shapes we make really, doesn't it, when we're talking generally. And yeah, sometimes I really feel it at the back of my neck when I do that sort of exercise, but it's a good sign. If you feel the ache, it means that you're working through tension that may be carried in the jaw. Apparently, that's what my voice teacher tells me. So have a little massage. Good. And then come to that jaw and let's just glide down that jawline. Get that tongue nice and heavy, hanging in the jaw. And just imagine everything's melting down. And let's just see if we can stay with that space a little bit. We're not massaging with our lips shut. We're massaging and letting the jaw hang open, okay? Good. Let's be a little kind of fish that's just been caught by a fisherman. Let that jaw hang open. Yeah? Get used to that sensation. Yeah? Take another couple breaths there. Get used to that space in the mouth. Yeah, beautiful. Lovely, guys. Well done. Let that go. Right, let's come on to some articulation then. Let's do the chopping board. I did put it in the chat. Let me actually put it back in the chat. We'll just do this one quite quickly. Have we done the chopping board? We must have done the chopping board. Da-da-da-da, dee-dee-dee-dee, do-do-do-do. Yeah, if you can remember it. Great. If not, don't you worry. I'll quickly talk you through it. So we're going to imagine, let's get nice and upright again on our chair. We're going to keep our bodies quite active in this movement. I'm going to give you a consonant and I'm going to ask you to just repeat after me, basically, and imagine you're chopping up the sounds with your hand, which is your knife, okay? So I call this the chopping board. This was a great exercise from my drama school days that my lovely voice teacher Carol gave me, so I don't take any credit for it, it's hers. And we're just going to work through the consonants with different vowel sounds afterwards. So we're going to start with a then an E, and then an U. So I'll just demonstrate on a D, first of all. If you want to repeat after me and copy me, we're just going to go da-da-da-da. You'll go da-da-da-da. Good, and use that hand. Let's get the physicality happening with our articulation. Good, and then we're going to go D, 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 D. You'll go? Yeah, call and response. We'll do that one more time. D, 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 D. Perfect, guys. And then we're going to go do, 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 do. So we're going to double it this time. So try again. Great. So we'll just repeat all of those together. We're going to go da, 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 da. Good. D, 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 D. Do, 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 do. Everyone understand? Everyone got it? Bit of fun. And we're getting that physicality happening just because, as you know from my sessions, I like to keep it physical. It can really help us get different shapes happening in our mouths if we actually do something different with our body, okay? So let's just go through and do a T now. So this is a voiceless version. It will be a lot quieter. Ta, 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 ta. Like a little drum. Good. T, 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 T. Good. Let's come to K now. We'll just go back to the list that I've put in the chat. So we're going to go ka 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 ka. Again, nice and quiet. We're not too loud on the voiceless sounds. Ki 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 ki. Ku, 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 ku. Good. Let's do that one again, actually. Ka 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 ka. Ki 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 ki. Ku, 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 ku. Good. Lovely lip rounding. Well done, guys. Now the voiced version. Ga 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 ga. And now I'm doing like a karate chop kind of thing, but hey, do what you want. Gi 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 gi. Goo 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 goo. Quite quick. Well done, guys. I am doing it quite quick, so you're doing really, really well. P, voiceless P. Pa 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 pa. Good. P p p p. Poo, 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 poo. Excellent. B, ba 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 ba. B b b b. Boo 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 boo. Big chunky chopping then. Good. On to V, va 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 va. V v v v. Good. Voo 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 voo. Good. Let's do F as well, actually. That's not on there, but that's the opposite of the V. That's the unvoiced version. Fa 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 fa. V v v v. Lovely. Let's add one more as well. Let's do a Z. Za 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 za. Z. Good. Z z z z. Zoo 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 zoo. Delightful. I always like to finish off on a voiced, a voice sound, a more resonant voice sound. I didn't want to leave it on the F. I couldn't do it. Well done, guys. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get on to some tongue twisters. And I've also added in a poem. I think I mentioned to you guys before with intonation, or I normally do. Poems, nursery rhymes are one of the best ways, I think, to learn intonation, and I think they're really annoying. I love kids and I love, mucking about with kids and my nieces and nephews, but nursery rhymes I find really, really annoying, but I think they are really useful for intonation. So I've put Little Miss Muffet in the chat, along with some tongue twisters. So we'll start with the tongue twisters, and I want us to keep it really articulate, really clear in the tongue twisters, and then we'll come to Little Miss Muffet and look more at intonation in that before we come on to our sentences, which I have created for us today. So have a drink of water if you need one. I've got something else today. Drinking a cheeky Red Bull. I know people. I know, never too impressed with that. But it can be quite a useful aid when you're training and when you do need a little bit of a caffeine hit. I'll only have one a day if I need one. And today I need one. So who's just joined us? Masha. Lovely. Welcome. You just missed the thrilling warm-up, but never mind. You can join in the tongue twisters. No worries. Right, so we've got the first one. We'll do them as a group, first of all, guys. So just repeat after me. And do pay attention to the intonation, even though this is a tongue twister. You're nearly at the end of the course now. I'm expecting big things from you today, okay? So let's really pay attention to that as well. Around the rock, the ragged rascal runs. Give that a go. Divine. Let's do it one more time. Around the rock, the ragged rascal runs. Delightful. Well done, dears. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter. I know you've done this one before, but it might be slightly different. Good. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter. One more time. Yeah, sweet. Nice one. This one's a bit of a fun one that I do with my actor friends. Do you know the song, or not the song, the piece of music? I think it's that Flight of the Bumblebees. Is it that one? No, that's not what I'm thinking of. Anyway, this Judi Dench one is one that we do to the rhythm. Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, 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 Judi Dench. You know that song? Yeah, that one. So we're going to do that now. That would be a bit of fun. So we're just going to go Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Judi Dench, Dench, Dench. Try that. Excellent. Well done. We'll do it one more time. And again, the reason I wanted to do this is because I was thinking of that intonation pattern and that musicality of it. Judy Dench, Judy Dench, Judy Dench, Dench, Dench. That's what I'm kind of after from you guys. Okay, so give it another go. Good, well done. And you can do the whole piece of music just using Judi Dench's name because she is the goddess among us, isn't she? Lovely. And now we'll come to Ring a Ring of Roses, a pocket full of poses. So ring a roses, a pocket full of poses. Try that. Good. And I intentionally kind of changed the rhythm a little bit there, but this is a nursery rhyme as well. Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies. So you don't have to sing it, but maybe just try and get it like that kind of rhythm for me if you can. Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies. Give that a try. Well done, guys. Good. And I do think this kind of, for me, it feels a bit like there's a pendulum, like a metronome kind of going off. Ring, da, doo, 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 doo. I do feel like there is quite often this kind of pendulic, I don't think that's the right word, but pendulum-like swing that kind of, almost a droll kind of like, that kind of comes from our British intonation a little bit. So if ever in doubt, I do recommend you look at poems like Humpty Dumpty, Ring a Roses. Can't remember if I said this before, but I do think they're really useful places to start. Let's go around those tongue twisters then individually, because there's only a few of us today, which is nice. We can get into a little bit more nitty gritty with everybody. So pop your hands, in fact, yeah, maybe pop your hands up just so it's a bit easy for me to track who's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Anna, what do you want to do? Let's go with you first.
Do we need to choose one?
Yeah, just choose one.
I'll go with one.
Great.
Around the rock the ragged rascal runs.
Good. Well done. Can we have rascal? I don't know if I said rascal or rascal, but try rascal.
Rascal.
Yeah, better. So you were giving me a flat A before, which is a bit of a northern thing. Rascal. I might have said that. I'm not sure if I did or not actually, but
No,
did I not?
it's
Okay.
because I can see like
Ras.
the way it's written.
Yeah,
So for me, it's
Ras.
rascal.
Yeah. So I would probably say rascal now because I live up in the north of England, but previously when I was younger, I definitely would have said rascal. You're being a right rascal, you are, if you're being naughty or whatever. So I think either work. I'd say you can decide which one you want to do. But I just want to see if you could do the rascal. And you could, so well done. That was lovely. Just say ragged for me.
Ragged.
Yeah, okay, good.
Ragged.
Ragged. Yeah, good. Well done. And again, let's just try and highlight that rhythm a little bit. Around the rock, the ragged rascal runs. I think there's a real impetus in this sentence where we kind of pluck out every other syllable a little bit. So can you really try and get that emphasis through for me on the most important words of this tongue twister? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Try again.
Around the rock, the ragged rascal runs.
Yeah, fantastic. She was really using the R's there to help project her into the sentence and through each word. That was really, really spot on. Well done. Biggest thing for me now is just say around the rock.
Around the rock.
Yeah, around the rock. Your rock then was really nice actually. Around the rock. Can we try and make sure we've got the D in around? And let's get really precise with around the rock. Let's just break up the around the rock. I really want the D and the TH of the to be nice and clear, a bit clearer.
Around the rock.
Yeah, good. And make sure it's around, not around. Around the rock.
Around the rock.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Well done. Round. With round, another thing for you, can we make it a little bit more wider and flatter rather than around? Can I have around? Can you see how big my mouth's getting there? Around the rock. Try one more time.
Around the rock.
Yeah, better. I think it's pretty much there. It's just every so often it feels a little bit more maybe a bit flatter than it needs to be on the round. Round. It's a lovely round shape, so I want you to enjoy the
Round,
roundness. Yeah,
round,
round. Yeah.
around the rock.
Good. I think what's not helping is that you're really throwing your jaw down and you're making it quite a long sound. Around, around, round. But what I want is you to think a little bit more like this and less like that. Less like a
Right.
nutcracker and more like wider in the mouth. Around.
Around,
Better. Yeah.
around.
Yeah, much better. Before you were just throwing it down a bit, and I think that was confusing the shape that you were trying to make a little bit more. Does all of that make sense?
Yes,
Any questions?
not yet.
Fabulous. Well done, Anna. I'll park you
Thank
there
you.
then. You're welcome. Ira, please.
A ring of roses, a pocket full of posies.
Lovely. Well done. Nice and strong there. I'll let you loosen it up a little bit now. Try not to worry too much about the strength of the articulation because you did that really well. And just try and smooth it out for me now. Ring of roses, a pocket full of posies. Soften it up for me. Try one more time.
Ring of roses, a pocket full of posies.
Yeah, fantastic. Really, really good. Well done. Pocket full, full, full. Could you just say full for me?
Full,
Yeah, full. It's almost sounding like fall, full. I want you to think more up and under as you're saying it. Full, full, and a bit shorter and sharper in the length of the
full,
word.
full,
Again?
full,
Yeah, good. Full, full, full. So what I'm
full,
hearing is full,
full.
which is fine, but can I try more full? Oh, I want more dark L in there now, actually. So a little bit, hold on to that L shape for me a bit longer.
Full.
Yeah, good. Well done. Full. I'm so full.
I'm so full.
Yeah, okay, good. Well done. I think the dark L is a sound that we don't use. Do you know what I mean when I say dark L, guys? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's quite it requires quite a lot of muscularity in the tongue to stay there. And I think it is more of a dying sound, to be honest, that in our beautiful RP accent, we do tend to say more like full, full. We get a bit lazy with it, but I want you to be able to do it all, and pick and choose what's right for you, Ira. Okay, so just practice getting that nice dark L a bit richer for me. But lovely. And then
Thank you.
poses. Just say poses.
Posies,
Yeah, one more time.
posies.
Yeah, good, good, good. Well done. Poses. So again, intonation wise, let's start with that. What I'm hearing pitch wise from you is poses, poses. Can we try poses? So it's less of a drop. Poses, poses.
Poses,
Good, better. One more time. Poses.
poses.
Lovely, lovely. Well done. And then let's just go to the extreme of that, which is what I didn't really want, which is poses.
Poses.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done, well done. Lovely. Again, just bear in mind, I think sometimes when we tackle a new piece of text with our new British accents that we're learning, we still have some habits of our previous intonation. Obviously, you're going to have it, but I think naturally towards the end of a sentence, if anything, or not end of a sentence, but in a sentence like this, which is quite poetic and bouncy, we tend to bounce exactly like that, a little bit less between the words rather than going poses, even though it is a nursery rhyme and it does have an intonation and a pitch to it. Just something to bear in mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
good. Do the whole tongue twister one more time for me.
Ring of roses, a pocket full of posies.
Yeah, well done, well done. Pocket full, pocket. Just say pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah, it's lovely pocket. I think you're really good with your P, your plosive P sound. But I think actually you can afford to pull it back a little bit now in the sense that it doesn't have to be as strong. So rather than it being a pocket and it's being quite thrown at me, pocket, it's just a very gentle little slot in your jeans you can put your change in, isn't it? So just try and soften that up again for me. Just say pocket full of poses.
Pocket full of posies.
Yeah, lovely, much smoother. So
But
yeah,
it
unless
still has to have this aspiration, right?
yes,
Just
I
a bit
think it does.
softer.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it just doesn't have to be a level 10 out of 10 in effort and energy. It can be a level 3 out of 10 and still pack as much punch. I think it depends on the context as well. If you're angry at someone and you're telling someone off or whatever, you might really want to spit your peas out and get it to a level 10. But This is a little nursery rhyme, a pocket full of posies. It's quite a childish kind of, I mean, it's a very dark poem actually, if you actually look into the history of it, but it's really, we can keep it lighter. Yeah, makes sense?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Splendid work. Delightful. Svetlana, please.
Um,
Hey, girl.
Judy Dench. Judy Dench. Judy Dench. Dench. Dench.
Fabulous. Really good precision. Even I struggle with the dench shape. I think it's really tricky. So that was really, really nice.
Very tricky.
Well done. Let's try and do it a bit quicker. I'm going to push you a bit. Judy Dench, Judy Dench, Judy Dench, Dench, Dench. Try again.
Judy Dench. Judy Dench.
Good, good, good. This is good. It's good.
Judy Dench. Judy Dench. Judy Dench. Dench. Dench.
Fantastic. Well done. Really good effort. I love this bit. It's so funny. So good. So guys, generally, we always think we need to speed up before to make it sound more British, right? But actually, I thought it was stronger the first time. Then I asked you to speed it up. I asked you to speed it up because I wanted to see where you did falter so I know which bit needs work, okay? So if you're ever in doubt as well during your self-study, I'm just trying to give you advice moving forward because I know you're not going to have the course much longer. Try speeding it up and see what immediately falls apart because then you'll go, okay, need to work on that. But overall, I thought you were really, really good, Svetlana. It was great. Judy, just say Judy.
Judy.
Yeah, Judy. Be careful, it's not Judy. 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 I want it a bit low, more space in the mouth again, a bit lower. Judy.
Judy.
Yeah, better. Okay, good, 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 good. I think it's really easy on certain zhs to get stuck up here. Judy.
Judy. Judy. Judy.
Yeah,
Judy.
richer. Judy.
Judy.
Yeah, Jew. Almost like it's, just say the word chew.
Chew.
Yeah, chew. I think what I want a
Chew.
little bit more from you is the kind of, I think it's quite unpleasant, but like a stickier kind of more ooh shape in there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Chew.
Judy.
Judy.
Yeah, that's what I want more of. And I think of like the word chew, like chewing something really like toffee or, you know, it's quite thick. So I want more of that thickness from you in that sound, I think. Jew. And I think it will come from the lips rounding a bit more, like you did.
Okay.
And thinking a little bit lower in your register and resonance.
Judy.
Yeah, Judy Dench.
Judy. Judy Dench.
Yeah, good. Well done, well done. And then be careful on dench, dench. Again, it feels almost like it's a bit in the cheekbones. Dench, dench, because we've got that nice sound in the word. But again, I want us to think dench, ench. It's a bit more in the teeth.
Ench.
Dench.
Dench. Dench.
Yeah, better, much better. Lovely ch, by the way, fabulous. Yeah, I think it's just certain words that where we end up, it can be easy to keep it up where some of the consonants encourage us to send the energy, but actually, like, you know, when I'm talking, most of my energy is coming out of like between my teeth. I'm very rarely sending the sound up to my nasal passage or my cheekbones. And I think for you, I think you've got a tendency perhaps to lift it a little bit when actually I want you to think more under and up, more resonant. But that was spot on what you were doing. Does that make sense?
Okay, thank you. I understand.
You're welcome. Delightful. Judy Dench. Oh, I nearly ended the lesson then. Oh God, what am I doing? Pushing all the wrong buttons. Remove pin. Masha, please.
I think I'll go for Betty Botter. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter.
Excellent. Really good. Well done. I'd like, well, to be fair, butter. Botter. Rather than butter, can I have Botter? So on her surname, Betty Botter, I want a little bit more oh in there.
Betty Botter bought a bit of butter.
Yeah, good. Not bad. Bot. Just say bot, like a robot.
Bot. Robot. Bot.
Yeah, robot. Good. Bot. What I'm hearing more is this. But. What I want is bot.
Bot.
Thank you.
Bot.
Interesting, isn't it? Just me showing you again, like what I was doing. Was it the visual that really helped you there, do
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
Could you all see the difference in my lips and the shape of my mouth when I said what I wanted and what I didn't want. It's quite clear what I was doing slightly different. So good, I think for you. And again, we did it in the warm-up. So I know people don't necessarily enjoy the warm-up, but it's the most useful part for me, I think, and for you guys. We do like the jaw opening exercise, Masha, like getting used to all that space in the mouth, sitting there like a fish for 5 breaths, can really help you get used to that shape and the openness in the mouth that I want from your British accents. So let's just try again. Botter, bought. Just say those 2 for me.
Botter, bought.
Good.
Botter, bought.
Good. Remember what we said on bot?
Bought.
Better. Yeah, much better. It's actually made you do the glottal even clearer as well. Botter, bought.
Botter, bought.
Yeah, good. You've got
Botter.
yeah. You're doing really well. You're doing really well. Your natural tendency is to keep it a little bit tighter though. Botter.
Yeah, every time you tell me about box and bought, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's that hot potato. Again, if that analogy helps, like I think, you know, when you eat something and it's just so hot in your mouth, you're like, oh, you immediately lift your palate, you lower your tongue to try and get more air around it so you're not burning your face off. So really think of that sensation of opening. Botter, bought.
Botter, bought.
Yeah, good. Well done. Much better.
But on
Much
both
better.
sides, well, do I need to also open wider, not wider, but like more
On bought.
or not?
I don't think so. Bought. To me, it's more like
yeah.
a smoother thing. For me, anyway. Do the whole tongue twister again. Really try and make sure bot is nice and larger than it was before for me.
Betty bought a bit of butter.
Close. Interesting. Try one more time. When you're reading it, you're keeping it quite tight again. Betty bought.
Betty bought a bit of butter.
Yeah, good. Get in there. Get in there. Just do a pucker for me. Do a sucker for me, like a tentacle, your lips. Yeah. And then let's just stay there and then let that tension in the lips go. Yeah. Okay, good. I want you to kind of make that shape and even maybe a little bit more space on that shape and sound.
Betty bought a bit of butter.
Good, not bad. What's happening is your lips are still keeping quite tight and you're still saying Betty butter. You're keeping it tight here. Bot. How big is that? Bo. It's nearly 3 fingers wide.
Wow, that's
That's wide. Yeah, wow. See what? So again, for you, I think one of the useful things that you can do, we did it at the beginning to do what you're recording back, but the pucker sucker smiling exercise. Practice just feeling how much, like, we can go super tiny with the lips. And if we get the jaw involved, we can go massive, like a child who's really having a big best day at the arcades or whatever. Okay, I really want to practice making that
butter.
Yeah. Good. Well done.
Bought a bit of butter.
Good. Better. Well done. Well done. Really, really good. Don't get annoyed. It's really, really great stuff. Just keep working on more of that space. We'll come to other things as well, but that was really good effort. Any questions?
No. That's why I actually chose this one because I knew it's gonna.
Well, there you go. Well done. Good decision. Good decision to choose it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What have I just done? I've removed my own pin. Do you know what? I haven't been on Zoom much these days since like the last time I saw you, and it's gone out my brain. Add pin. There I am again. Asset. I forget. Is that how I say the name? Hello, dear. Welcome back. Nice to see you. What would you like to do?
Betty butter.
Go for it.
Betty butter bought a bit of butter.
Yeah, really, really good. Butter. Rather than butter and keeping it quite flat, can we try butter?
Butter.
Yeah, good, lovely. Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, good. Can we try and think of it a little bit more like a throwaway comment? Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, I think I want a little bit
Butter.
more speed from it. Yeah, it's quite a quick thing. Butter. We kind of get on with that word. Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, fantastic. So keeping that T nice and light and just flinging it away. That was lovely. That was exactly what I wanted. Good. Just say Betty Butter.
Betty butter.
Good. I want to give you the similar thing that I just gave to Masha. I don't know if you were able to listen. A little bit more of a more of this hot shape and sound in the bot of her surname, yeah? So Betty Botter. I want a little bit more lip rounding and a little bit more openness in your mouth when you say the word bot.
Betty Botter.
Better. Well done. Yes, very good. So again, I think sometimes we carry a bit of tension around our lips and we're a bit reluctant to get that space happening a little bit more. You did it really well there. I think you've got everything going correctly in the back of the throat, which is making the sound corrector that I'm after. Corrector. That's not a word, is it? More correct. So good. Just try one more time and really try and get a bit more of a space in that mouth. Botter. Botter.
Betty Botter. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter.
Good. Well
Butter.
done. Well done. Well done. I think it was better the second time. The video's a little bit delayed, so I couldn't quite see, but it sounded stronger the second time, which was great. So well done. A bit of. Can I ask you now to say a bit of, just to see if you can do it? So drop the T and just say a bit of butter.
A bit of butter.
Yeah,
Butter.
fantastic. A bit more like Adele. Yeah, lovely. A bit of butter.
A bit of butter.
Yeah! Sounds a little bit more cheeky, a little bit more casual. Good that you can do both though, because depending on who you're speaking to, you might say it slightly differently. So really, really good. Have you got any questions?
Mm.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
You're welcome. Good work. Who has not been yet? Yana. Hey.
Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies.
Fantastic. Really, really good. I'm going to ask you to make sure the G's don't become ring. G, 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 g. We don't want to do the chopping board. G, 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 g. It's the ring. It ends on more of a, what do we call it? A siren-y sound, an NG. And I just want you to pull back on the G. You don't have to voice the end of the word. Does that make sense?
I'll try. Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies.
Yeah, really good. Your pocket full of poses is really good. You're not hitting the T. You're dropping the T a little bit, but it sounds really good and natural. Yeah, so it's difficult because I know it's ring roses. So your temptation is to say ringa roses, but I really don't want the G in there. So what I want is ring a roses. Can you hear the difference between ing and inga? Can you hear that difference?
Yeah, that's
So
more.
really try and smooth it out more and break it up for now. So there are 4 different words. Ring a. Try that.
Ring a. I still done go.
You did. It's fine, it's fine.
Ring a roses.
Good. Well done. It's interesting. Ring. So what I'll ask you to do, let's forget the ring a. Let's just think of ring. Let's look at that word for now. I want you to think of as soon as you get to the NG sound, the ring, I want you to keep the shape but take the voice and the sound away. So I just did it for you then, but just watch what I'm doing. I'm going to say the word, but I'm going to keep everything exactly in its place. I'm just going to stop the sound. So I'm going to do this. Ring. Just try that 3 times and think about keeping it lifted. Don't think about letting go of the sound. Make sense?
I'll try.
Just try. It's great.
Ring.
Huzzah! Excellent. That's exactly what I was after. So could you see how a smoother offset that was? You weren't going and letting the tongue drop. So that's what's happening, I think, when you're getting to the end of the word. It might be because of the other words following it, but it wasn't smoothly transitioning. What you were doing was kind of dropping the shape, which is fine. But as a result, you were kind of letting the voice carry on and it make the g sound, which I don't really want to hear. Ring a ring. Try that.
Ring a ring.
Better. Well done. Lovely. Try it one more time. Keep it slow for me. You don't need to rush. Ring a ring.
Ring a ring.
Lovely. Fantastic. Ring a roses.
Ring a roses.
Yeah, good. Well done. Really, really good. It's a tricky one. But I thought that was really, really good. Just say a pocket full of poses.
a pocket full of poses.
Good. Now bring the T back in. I just want to check you can do it. A pocket full of poses.
A pocket full of poses.
Yeah, lovely. Well done. Just watch that intonation as well. Full of poses. Da-na-na-na. Don't get like
Not
drop
good.
off. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's what it is. The actual nursery rhyme is more of like a pocket full of poses. So just try that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
A pocket full of poses.
Oh, beautiful, darling. Pitch perfect. But again, it's got that kind of like da-na-na. It's like a school chant, isn't it? You know, when you're like Nicky, Nicky, na-na, like you're winding someone up. I find it quite eerie, actually. And like I said, this poem I think is a bit eerie, but there's like a kind of like stepping onto the other thing, like a hopscotch kind of thing. So a bounce that's there. So again, rather than going na na na, I want you to think about keeping the bounce alive all the way to the end of the sentence. Okay, I know it's a nursery rhyme. You're never going to say anything like this in real life, but that nursery rhyme bounciness, I think, is prevalent in our accent and our speaking pattern now. So again, just do the whole tongue twister again and try and keep it like a hot potato between your hands, maybe like a juggler. Keep it all alive and lifted and thrown back up for me. Don't let it go down to the bottom of the sea.
Ringa, ringa roses, a pocket full of poses. I'm still singing though.
Well done. You were singing, but that's fine. Again, guys, like this is another reason I encourage nursery rhymes, because you do sing, and I know we're not all singers, we're not here to sing, we're here to learn a British accent, but having some sort of musical awareness can really help you. And then if you've got that that song and that tune down, you can bring it to something else and just try and see how it impacts that moving forward. So that was really good. I still think on poses you kind of like shied away, so I want you to keep confident for me, Yana, because you're doing really well. Try and keep the poses lifted. A pocket full of poses. Let's make it a surprise. Yeah, poses. Try again.
Ringa, ringa roses, a pocket full of poses.
Yeah, good. Okay, well done. I think it's just about keep playing with it and having some fun with it. That was really good. The ringa came back, but I didn't mind because we weren't looking and focusing on that. But really try and make sure at the end of the NG, those words with an NG at the end, try and keep it smooth. Depending on the context, if you're having a go at someone or really angry, you might be like, oh, why is it ringing? You might do it then, but
I don't want to do that.
no, exactly. So in normal conversation, whatever that looks like, we would try and it will either be an in, so not even an NG in the current way we speak, but also it would just be a bit smoother, I think. Ring.
So
Again,
what's the position of the tongue for this?
it's quite high at the back. Ring. It's that NG shape, sirening shape almost. But I think the key is keeping the tongue lifted, even at the end of the word. Ring. Ring, and letting the sound drop before the g comes through, and letting the muscularity smoothly melt away rather than it flicking away and making the g sound. Yeah, so it's more, I want more ring rather than ringa. Yeah, makes sense.
Ring. Yeah,
You've got it. It's just practicing it. Fantastic. You're very welcome. Any questions? No more questions. Brilliant. Amina, have you not been yet?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. What would you like to do?
Hello. I don't know number, but Betty bought a bit of butter.
Grand. Do it one more time.
Betty bought a bit of butter.
Fantastic. Really good. I'll actually like you to slow it down quite a little bit. So let's just try the first 4 words. Betty Botter bought a.
Betty bought a bit of butter.
Yeah, okay. Really good. A bit of butter. Hang on a minute. I'm just thinking. Betty bought a bit. Okay, good. I would like your tongue to be a little bit more neutral and flatter and heavier in your mouth, more than keeping it all quite tense and quite high. Betty bought it. What I'm hearing is it's all kind of here. Betty did this lovely thing. You've got a lovely smile, and I think we're keeping the sound up here. But actually, I want it to sit more in the jaw and get in here. I think we've kind of maybe talked about this a little bit before. So let's just start with Betty. Betty. Betty.
Betty.
Better.
Betty.
Better. Good. And really try and keep the end of the word on voice, because what you're doing is whispering it a little bit. You're going Betty, Betty. And what I want you to do is Betty. Keep going forward.
Betty. Betty.
Betty. Try that.
Betty.
Yeah, Betty.
Betty. Betty.
Better. Fantastic. Really, really good. Really, really good. Don't pull away from the words and let it come unvoiced, because we're losing the resonance and the richness that I'm after. And I think it's making you kind of keep up here and it sounds a bit frail. And actually, you've got a real strength in your resonance. And I want you to enjoy that sound a little bit more. Just a general note, guys, like I do think we as women are conditioned to be quiet and small and tiny and not be too loud. And so we come up here and we always talk like this. We don't want to offend anyone. But actually, you've got so much range in your voice that deserves to be heard and used. We need to hear your voice, okay? We need more women speaking up in the world. So I think it's about finding that richness and sitting in that richness of your voice confidently, okay? For you, Amina, I think that's really, really important, okay? I want more of that confidence in you, almost thinking like the voice is coming from down here, yeah? Good, fantastic. So we've got Betty. Try Betty again. Betty.
Betty. Betty. Betty.
Give me more
Betty.
voice. Betty.
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 Good, better, well done. Now let's do Botter.
Butter.
Yeah,
Butter.
good. Again, at the end, even though it's a lighter kind of ending of the word, isn't it? The stress is on the beginning of the word, so you're spot on with that. I still need Botter voiced. Botter. Botter.
Butter.
Yeah, good.
Botter.
You're whispering it again. Botter. Botter. Botter.
Butter. Butter.
Yeah. Think forward. Keep thinking it's coming forward. We're never pulling back into our head. We're always coming forward with it, okay? Betty Botter.
Betty. Butter.
Yes, much better. Well done. Now let's do bought a bit of butter.
Bought a bit of butter.
Fantastic. Really, really good. Make sure it's bought a bit and not a bit. Bought a bit.
Bought a bit.
Yeah, much better. Thank you. And then butter, again, it's quite an ugly kind of sound, but butter. Butter. I want more of the open mouth. Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, good. Careful it doesn't then become an A sound. Batter. Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, butter.
Butter.
Good. Well done. Well done. I think for you, really visualize sending that sound forward and keep it coming like it's flowing out of your mouth like a beautiful water fountain, okay? And enjoy that resonance. Sometimes it helps to kind of just like, this is a good exercise for everybody. Just have a little hum, a gentle hum, and I want you to kind of gently tap your chest area, just around your collarbone, so you can feel that sound kind of being affected by the tapping, yeah? And then open out into an ah and keep doing it, ah, until you run out of breath, and that's fine. Good. And maybe give it a little massage, just a little rub on those collarbones, those shoulders, and do the same thing again as you're rubbing this time. So different pitch, doesn't have to be high or low. What I'm just trying to get you to do is feel that resonance down here by tapping or gently massaging it a little bit, giving it a little bit of a rub. What you're doing is you're encouraging that sound to kind of not just stay in your vocal folds where we're making the sound and in up here, which is where we normally think of the sound being made. It kind of helps that vibration and that resonance come a little bit lower. So if you do have a tendency to kind of keep your voice up here, Svetlana, actually, I feel like because you've got such a lovely smile, I think your cheekbones, like you keep your voice quite high. Masha, actually, as well, I think for you, this might be useful. Just doing that exercise, massaging and keeping and playing around with the resonance and where you send it. Amina, for you, hence why we're doing this exercise now, I think will really, really help you just find a little bit more of that rooted resonance that I'm after, and therefore it will make everything drop a bit lower in the mouth, and we won't keep it up here. We will start finding that lovely richness of sound that I want in your British accent. Does that make sense, Amina?
Yes, I'm really sound high.
It's just the way we talk, you know, depending on our situation, our family life, our friends. Sometimes we all have different voices and different behaviors. So it's, you know, it's not a bad thing. You sound beautiful as you are. I'm just trying to get that British accent and a different kind of side to you in your British accent to come through a little bit more to help you express yourself more in your British accent. So it's just stuff to work on and keep playing around with, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, but in Russian
Yeah.
I sound lower.
Interesting. Speak in Russian for me now.
Не знаю даже, что сказать.
Amazing. I don't know what you said, but when you went towards the end, here, I think that's a really healthy placement for your voice. And I think you can enjoy that a little bit more. And it might be the fact that this is all new and you're reading like different language. Like we get tense, we get in our head about it. We start going, oh God, got to get it right. Can't quite get it right. And that's where we get trapped up here. Bring some Russian to me, girlfriend. Like make it Russian, but make it British Russian for you. Okay? So every time you practice, maybe see if you can bring some Russian back, find that placement and see if you can keep in that same energy placement in your British accent practice. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's just practice and this is fun. This is just play. Okay? So well done, Amina. Any questions?
No. Thanks.
Well done. You're welcome, darling. Fabulous. Well done, guys. So we're going to quickly, as a group, just look at Little Miss Muffet before we come to our sentences. I'll put the sentences in here now as well, actually, so you can have a little look. They are in the group chat. We've got 12 this time. And I added some Christmassy ones in there. I don't know if you all celebrate Christmas, but it is a big topic in England at this time of year. Everyone's talking about Christmas. So I thought we'd get a bit festive and pop some of those bits in there. And let's look at Little Miss Muffet then. So as a group, I'll just read it all for you. And then I'd like us to, maybe we can go around individually, actually. We'll probably have time. And just quickly read this lovely little nursery rhyme. I'll just read it for you quickly. It goes, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. So that's the poem. It's kind of musical, but really it's a bit more of that kind of poetic structure. It's da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. This other thing happened and something beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. There's like quite a clear rhythm there. So again, just try having a little read of that. I can see you doing it already, guys. And just notice how the rhythm of the text is created from what we're stressing. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet. She sat on a thing, yeah? So we're throwing away the honour. Eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. I think it's really clear. Shall we go around individually and do this? I think we should, just as a little like speed round. Ira, I want you to go first, my love.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Yeah, fantastic. She got the rhythm spot on. Have you got any questions about it?
No.
No? Excellent. We'll park it there. I just wanted to check that you could pick that up, and you did. Fantastic work. Anna's got her hand up. Lovely, Anna.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Yeah, fantastic. Really, really good. Any questions about that?
No.
No, you did it really well. Fantastic. Masha, please. Oh, some people have got their hands up. Well done if you have. I'm just coming through. I'm speed rounding all of you.
So is it me or?
It is you, Masha.
Okay. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Excellent. Well done. You've all got the right kind of galloping rhythm going on, so that's fantastic. Just say tuffet for me, Masha.
Tuffet.
Again?
Tuffet.
Good.
Tuffet.
Lovely. Good, good, good. Just check in. I heard it a bit more duffet earlier, almost. So just want to check we've got that T nice and crisp, but you do. So well done. Lovely. Lovely. Tatiana's joined us. We're just doing the Miss Muffet poem. It's in the group chat, Tatiana. I'll come to you in a second. Amina, your turn. Oh,
Yes.
just copied the wrong thing. Do the Little Miss Muffet poem for me.
Yes. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and away. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her, and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Fantastic. Really, really good effort. I'm going to ask you to do it again in a little place. Along came a spider who sat down beside her. Can we just try that? Who sat down beside her.
Along came a spider, who sat down beside her.
Yeah, good. Much better. Try again. Who sat down beside her.
Who sat down beside her.
Excellent. Well done. And one more thing for you, because what you're doing, you're stressing it, but by stressing it, what you're actually doing is making it more breathy. And I actually want you to, again, I feel like in Britain, it's more common if we're stressing something, we add more volume and more voice, whereas you're doing the opposite of that. You're making it quieter and pulling away. Who sat down beside her? That's what I'm getting from you. So I want you to think more forward. Who sat down beside her? Keep it on voice for me.
Who sat down beside her.
Yeah, okay, better. Well done. Really work on that for me. I really want you to think, I'm not retreating and going quieter. If anything, I don't want you to think about being loud, but I want you to think about being richer, more on voice, using that voice. If I come to you and I'm talking like this, you can't quite understand what I'm saying. So I really want you to really keep thinking forward and on voice, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well done. Lovely speed round. Who else has not gone yet? Tatiana, welcome. I'm not sure if you've picked it up, but we're just doing the poem and the nursery rhyme. I'm trying to get the rhythm of the nursery rhyme kind of spot on. So are you confident, or do you want me to read it quickly for you?
I can do it.
Go for it.
Okay, so little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curd and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Good. Let's just do that last line again. And frightened Miss Muffet away.
And frightened Miss Muffet away.
Good. One more time. Nice and smooth for me. And frightened Miss Muffet away.
Frightened Miss Muffet away.
Fantastic. Much better. Well done. What are you going to say? Lovely. Well done. Well done. Any questions, Tatiana? No. Yeah.
Today I feel funny with my throat. It just doesn't feel so free as usual.
Okay.
I feel quiet.
Okay.
Quieter than usual.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, you can be quiet, guys. You don't have to, your voice is never 100%, really. I think. And different things, you might have had like a funny sleep. You might have been sleeping like this last night. I don't know. You know, all sorts of things can impact how our voice feels. And yeah, from day to day, it might feel freer some days than others. The most important thing is that you don't judge it and panic. Okay, in my line of work, that's what a lot of actors do or singers do. They suddenly go, oh my God, I can't do the show tonight because my voice isn't working. You just got to come back to the basics, which unfortunately you missed at the beginning. But if you come back to the recording, all that warm-up stuff we're doing is really, really helpful. Okay, so tongue circles, it gets the blood flowing exactly where we need it to, so that our voice and our larynx and our tongue and our lips can move as efficiently and easy as possible, with the blood flow getting to it so it can work beautifully, okay? So have a little stretch of your neck, do some little movements with the face, get the blood flowing and just relax as best you can, and it will come back again, I'm sure. It could just be a strange thing that you did last night, or, you know, tomorrow, or not, you're more nervous about work tomorrow. All these things can have an impact on how it feels, okay? So don't panic, don't read into it too much, just warm up a little bit, okay? Does that make sense? Does that help? Oh, you're a little bit laggy. I don't know if I can hear you, Tatiana. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
You can hear?
Oh, yeah. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. You're welcome. Don't panic. It's fine. Yana, please. Have I done you? No, we haven't done you yet. No. We're going around again, aren't we, for the nursery rhyme? Go on.
Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet, eating her cards and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Really, really good. I'd be a bit more picky with you. Sat on a tuffet. You said on the tuffet, so make sure it is what's written. We've got to be very specific, otherwise it doesn't sound right. And then also curds. You said cards almost, so curds, urds.
Curds.
Yeah, that's it. Good. So just do the first 2 lines for me again.
Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet. On there. Why I'm saying this? Sorry.
Try again. Go.
Little Miss Muffet sat on the tuffet, eating her curds away.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. It's funny, isn't it, how our brain tricks us into saying something else. Again, something to just be really aware of, guys. I know in this day and age we're texting people and we're just typing lol and abbreviating things all the time. It's really important to keep specific with what's in front of you, just because it will be easier for you further down the line. Well done, Jana. Lovely, lovely stuff. Any questions? Super duper. Svetlana, please.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Lovely, really, really good. Can we make sure it's along came a spider? I think you said something else.
Along came a spider.
Yeah, a spider, not a spider.
A spider.
A spider.
A spider. A spider.
Along came a spider.
Along came a spider.
That was it. You said come, not came.
Came. Along came a spider. Along came a spider.
Yeah, so interesting. We've got a and then straight away a. Yeah, so along came a spider. Fantastic. Really well done. And then, just because we broke it up a little bit, and it was nice because you were giving me a very natural telling of the story, which I loved. But can we just get that rhythm a little bit more? You kind of went, who sat down beside her, and I didn't really know what the spider did beside her. I lost that middle bit, so make sure it is who sat down beside her.
Who sat down beside her.
Good. It's almost like sat.
Sat. Who sat down beside her.
Yeah, and I think because that's a little bit more of a trickier sound for you, you kind of dragged it out and I lost it again. So yeah, do it confidently. And who sat down.
Who sat down.
Good. Well done. Well done. And again, guys, that phrase sit down, we say it all the time in England. Oh, I'm just going to sit down for a minute. Sit down. Sit down. Guys, can we all sit down? we don't just go, guys, can you down? We say sit down. So don't lose the sit or the sat. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really common thing, actually. Would you like to sit down? We just sit down in England, apparently. Any questions, Svetlana?
No, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Asset, my love. Come back. Come back. Your go. Oh, you're just muted. Oh, good. Lovely.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her cotton away. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Lovely, fantastic, really, really good rhythm. Her. Can you just say her?
Her.
Yeah, better. Okay, her. Her. It was almost like her before, but I want you to keep it her. A bit more like up and under, like you just did. Make sense? Kind of.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and away.
Good.
Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Yeah, well done. Fantastic. Have you got any questions about that, Asset? Well done. You're welcome. Fantastic. Excellent rhythm. Well done, guys. Loving life. Right, let's come to our beautiful phrases that I have penned just for you guys this beautiful Sunday. We're going to have a little read through these. We'll do them as a group and then we'll come to them individually. You might be able to get one or two to work through today. So we'll just pick a couple that you want that I feel a bit more challenging. And of course, we are at the end of the course, guys. So I want your British accent to be really switched on now. We've done a lot of warm-up. We've done some poetry today. We're ready to get these British accents spot on, okay? So I really want you to think, okay, British. I'm putting my British hat on, my little flat cap or my top hat, whatever that British hat looks like to you. And putting your bow tie on with your cane, walking down to the bank. And I want you to really try and turn that on for me whilst getting the intonation spot on. And what I've done on these, you'll see in brackets, I've given us two different situations on the first 6 of them, I think it was. Yeah, I only wanted to do half. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the first 6 2 different ways, because as I've mentioned before, one of the biggest reasons our intonation changes and is so important is because we use it to help communicate more effectively. So if we know how we're feeling and what emotion we're feeling or how we're trying to come across, it will greatly impact your intonation. Okay? Context and environment, as in who you're speaking to, really, really impacts the stress and therefore the intonation of what you're saying. So I want us to experiment a little bit today with with 2 different ways of how we can say the same information. All right. So we're just going to do number 1. I'll work you through it. We're going to say it as if we're genuinely concerned about our friend. Okay. So just have a little think about how you might say it. In fact, I'm not going to do it. I'm actually going to ask a couple of you to just step up now and do it. Anna, I feel like you'd be able to give it a whirl. Really, like you're speaking to your friend, genuinely concerned for her. Can you just say that first sentence, number 1?
Really? Are you absolutely sure that's what they meant?
Fantastic. Good. Facial expression, pitch variation. Really? Like the question marks are there. She really gave me clear questions. Really? Lifted it towards the end. Fantastic. Fantastic. Go. Now, Anna, I'll stick with you. Can you give me it as if you're really doubtful? Maybe you're speaking to an acquaintance who you've never really liked that much, and they tend to exaggerate a lot. There's always some drama. Give it a try now.
Really? Are you absolutely sure that's what they meant?
Ah, fantastic. You did a really good climb in your pitch rate. Are you absolutely sure that's what they meant? There's a real kind of, doubt there. Like, fantastic. Really, really good gear shift. And the really as well. Really? Are you sure? As opposed to the first one, which was, really? Oh my God, my best friend. So fantastic, really good. How did it feel doing them back to back like that? Did you discover anything? Don't have to have, I'm just curious.
It was a little bit different, yes, but with your help, I just changed the tone of the voice.
Yeah. But it's interesting how naturally you do it. Like you found it by thinking of the emotion. And I think what's universal, regardless of where you're from or what language you speak or what accent you have, feelings are universal.
Yeah,
like if
that's
you're
how I would
sad,
talk in real life.
100%. And this is why you can communicate effectively with someone who doesn't speak your language. You express it through body language, through pitch, through sounds, right? So again, this is what I'm trying to get you guys to realize. There's no set structure to intonation. It is more about what you're saying and who you're saying and why you're saying it to them. Who you're saying it to. That's the key thing. And naturally, Anna could find it. As soon as I listed, concern, this is a real friend, like imagine that situation. She found it spot on. And I know you could all do that. Okay. So we'll go through. Well done, Anna. Thank you for being my little guinea pig.
I think, Pippa, I think that like a small difference between our language and English is like in our language, like Lila keeps telling us that we are like making long the vowels, where in English you don't. So I think maybe that's like one of the biggest difference in if it's if expression of the emotion. In our language we would do maybe a little bit different.
Okay, well, I would disagree. And say it depends. It still depends, because if I'm upset with my husband, I'll be like, look, I'm really upset with you. Like, really, that's the vowel sound I'm stressing out there. Really, I'm really sad. Obviously sad, I'm not dragging out, because it's more effective for me to use those consonants and keep it a short, sharp word. But I think it is still quite dependent. I think in natural conversation, we maybe might not drag things out too much, but I actually would argue that there is a combination of factors that we'll use to express ourselves. And I think it just might be in your language, you maybe don't use the consonants as hard as maybe we do. I do think the consonants play a massive factor in expressing ourselves as well. But I wouldn't say it's as black and white that we just don't use the vowel sounds to express ourselves. I wouldn't disagree. I would disagree with that. I love my husband. I'm using the L and the V a bit more, but I'm still using the in there. Yeah. I'm not shying away from that completely. So I'd be a bit more specific and say it still depends. In a
I
British
agree,
accent.
but like what I was trying to say, that I think that we use it more often
Okay,
than
fine.
in English.
Maybe. I would love to learn. I'm awful. I'm one of those people that only speaks one language, guys. So
Exactly.
don't
It's your
judge me.
time to learn Russian.
Exactly. I know. And I think it would really help, actually. And I've wanted to learn it for ages, but it's just, I'm so busy. But I do want to make it a priority, and Spanish as well. But yeah, I think every different nationality and language does have its own way of expressing itself a little bit more depending on the person that's speaking it. So yeah, I just encourage you not to pull back on using your vowel sounds in your British accent, because I don't want that to inhibit you and then it doesn't sound natural when you do try and express yourself and want to use that vowel sound. And that's why Shakespeare is quite good, actually. Like, I've got loads of Shakespeare on my YouTube channel that I talk through. Like, he loves vowel sounds, and he can really help unlock that, I think, his writing.
Yes, and he loves to shorten the words.
And he does all sorts of things. He did all sorts of things, God rest him. But lovely. Well done, Anna. Fantastic. Let's pause there. Let's go through the rest as a little bit of a group. Remove pin. Let's have a little look at number 2 then. So we've got one. I've repeated this one. I've typed it out differently because I wanted to change the word to make it a bit more accurate. We've got number 2, which says, that was excellent. I am definitely coming back again. I'm picturing a restaurant. I'm picturing the Savoy. I'm picturing Gordon Ramsay, darling. Okay, you're delighted. Okay, so just have a little try of that for me. You've just had the best meal of your life. That was excellent. I am definitely coming back. Good. Put your personality on it. I'm going to pick on someone else again. Who's got their camera on? Masha, come here. Come to me. Right, so I want you to say that sentence, number 2, as if you're absolutely delighted with the delicious meal you've just had, please.
That was excellent. I'm definitely coming back again.
Yeah, you are. How did that feel? Did you feel delighted in that?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Beautiful. Second half of that one then, we've got, that was awful. I'm definitely not coming back again. And you're disappointed and it was a bit pants. Can we see how we can make that different, please?
That was awful. I'm definitely not coming back again.
Fantastic. I kind of did it when I read it, but you did it there as well. I'm definitely not coming back again. The not is the important thing. You're not going to mumble that, and so your friends don't know you're not coming back because you really enjoyed it. So fantastic. Well done. Let's try delighted again, and let's turn it up to like ecstatically delighted. You've had a bottle of champagne as well. I want to see if we can take it a little bit further. Okay. Extra happy.
That was excellent. I'm definitely coming back again.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done. Just say excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, be careful it's not excellent.
Excellent. Excellent.
Again?
Excellent.
There she is. That's the one. Okay, got it? Well done. But guys, excellent, darling. But brilliant. That second time I got lovely Masha to do the delighted version again. You might have noticed she said that was excellent. She climbed up to it and then leaped off the cliff with it. That was excellent. Much more clear. I understand more of what she's saying, and I get that she's really passionate about the meal she's just consumed. Okay, so really, really good. Have you got any questions, Masha? Thank you for being my guinea pig.
No.
Guinea pig number 2. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, what am I doing? I'm clicking the wrong button again. What is going on? Remove pin. There we go. Number 3. Okay, we're going to do this one differently. Ira, I want you to come up for me, please, if you don't mind, darling. On the spot, no pressure. Number 3, first of all, engaged. So you're paying attention to the barista. You are speaking to them. You're trying to make their day, okay? So let's just try it engaged, please.
Oh.
Do you want me to say it first?
No, I'm just thinking
Okay, good.
how it's supposed to sound. Can I get a double espresso and a latte, please?
Well done. And what's the final bit? To take away.
To take away.
I made that a bit of an afterthought for you, so it's not one sentence, it's an extra one there. Oh, to take away. Lovely, well done. That was great. Good. So let's try, if that was engaged, let's try disengage now. Like you're on your phone, you're stressed about work, you're not even looking at the barista, you're just trying to get the order to them.
Can I get a double espresso and a latte, please, to take away?
Fantastic. It was really subtle. Could you hear what you did differently?
Yeah, I think I tried to say the second time with no emotions at all. Like, I don't care.
Absolutely, don't care. I'd say the beginning was quite similar, but then it was just a little thing where you changed it and you went, and a latte, please. It was that bit, latte, please. It was just really monotone. Rather than please, do you mind? It was like flat, like you said, emotionless. So I thought it was really, really good. Lovely. Again, let's just go back because I want to just keep pushing you to be more creative, just like I did with Masha. Can we really make the engaged, almost like you're the person serving the barista? You're really extra happy, extra high customer service, and really just like trying to give them the time of day. How else can we try that? Go again.
Can I get a double espresso and a latte, please, to take away?
Lovely, well done, lovely. Good stuff, good stuff. Any questions or thoughts about that?
No, thank you.
Lovely. You were louder and clearer that time. It was a bit more assertive even, which was really nice. So again, guys, this is all stuff to start thinking about. How can what I'm saying be changed depending on the context? Have you got any questions, Ira?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Well done. Right, we've got a couple more, so we won't all go through individually and do this, but let's go to number 4. Let's go to Tatiana, please. So with this one, I want you to say the sentence, quite a short sentence, with kindness, like you're really caring and being generous to someone. You don't want to hurt their feelings too much as you say this sentence.
I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree.
Lovely. Thank you. Well done. Lovely. And now let's do it like you're the big evil boss who runs Amazon and you don't care and you're in your power suit and you're full of money and you're full of money. You know, you just need to get this across and you don't care who you piss off. Try that.
I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree.
Yeah, good. A lot more monotonous there. I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree. It was much more direct. Well done. Lovely. Just say what you're saying.
Sorry?
Just say what you're saying.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, from the sentence. Just those 3 words, what you're saying.
What are you saying? What you Yeah, well.
Took a while, took a moment.
What you're saying? Yeah, what you're saying?
Say it one more time. I just want to check the articulation.
What you're saying?
Yeah, good. I think because it's don't be because there's the with the your, just say it as if it was still your. When we do abbreviate it like that, I don't want you to break it up still, just get on with the word. So it's not what you are saying. You don't need to add the extra RE in there in some way. Just make sure it's what you're saying.
Yeah, what you're saying.
Yeah, good. Doesn't need to be quick. Slow it down. Still keep it slow, but it's just what you're saying.
Oh, what you're saying.
Again, say your.
Your.
Yeah, good. So you're saying your. You're kind of giving me 2 syllables, but it's a 1-syllable word. Your.
Yeah. Your.
Good. And what it is, I think, is keeping that lip rounded there. It's good. You're doing it. Your. Yeah. Make sense? Oh, it's a bit noisy. I don't know if you can hear me properly. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Well done, lovely, an excellent difference. Again, guys, these are quite subtle changes that we're able to make. It doesn't have to be massive, but if you're someone like me, I'm quite extroverted in my, flamboyant gestures and things. I might be a little bit more excited when I eat the meal of my lifetime or tell someone that they're I completely disagree with what you're saying, so do make sure you're being creative and having some fun with it. Number 5, who hasn't been yet? Svetlana. So with this one, again, with kindness, this one's a little bit more tricky actually, so good luck.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
I can't believe that happened to you. How are you doing?
Lovely. I genuinely felt you cared about me. Thank you so much. Good. Now this one's with a friend as well, maybe someone that you care about, but almost like laughing, like something absurd happened. Like she fell down the stairs, then she got a door trapped in the tube, and then she got hit by I was about to say hit by a car. That's not funny. But like she got splashed by a puddle and a car, all those sorts of rom-com mishaps. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more like upbeat, but more casual and thrown away. Make sense?
Yeah. I can't believe that happened to you. How are you doing?
Yes, spot on. Exactly what I wanted. Lovely. Well done. So again, guys, if we're adding laughter to the mix and it's all a bit more absurd, I can't believe that happened. We might go up to that little like lighter place in our intonation. And also you were a bit more quick with it. You're a bit more like blasé. But when you were caring about someone, what did you do? I can't believe those vowel sounds actually. I can't believe that happened to you. Are you okay? Like, it was lovely. So yeah, again, loads of dynamics changed then when you tried a different thing. Volume, pace, pitch, what else? Elongations of the words, lovely. Well done. Any questions about that, Svetlana?
No, thanks.
You're welcome. Right, last one, and then we'll crack on with the rest as a group and then go around individually as we will have time. So number 6. Oh, Asset raised her hand. I think she wants to go. My love, Asset, where are you? There she is. Give it a go. Number 6. So with this one, let me just add you. There we go. I want this apologetically. So you're actually really humble and you're really sorry about something you've done. Okay, so give that a go. Or maybe not that you've done. There's something in your soup, isn't there?
Excuse me, there was a hair in my soup.
Lovely. Nice and simple. Excuse me, there was a hair in my soup. In fact, it was actually quite subtle. Hair in my soup. It actually sounded like quite sad about it. As you would be if it was a really delicious soup at the Savoy at Gordon Ramsay's. Good. Now let's make it angry. Like you expect something from them. You want them to apologise, and actually you've nearly finished the soup. Now you found somebody's hair in it. It's disgusting and not acceptable. Give it a try.
Excuse me, there was a hair in my soup.
Lovely. Excuse me. Love that. Excuse me. It's very expectant. Very, very good. Again, guys, you might say it slightly differently, but to lovely Asset here, that was exactly how she would say it. So I thought it was really, really good. Have you got any questions about that?
Mm-mm.
Really, really good. Lovely. It's just about finding why you're saying it and what you want to get across. I would say in a restaurant situation, of course, being aggressive or angry is probably not the best thing to do because you don't want another soup to come out that's maybe been tampered with. Not that they would do that, but, of course, we'd probably rather make sure we come across a bit more. It's much more British as well, isn't it? To be like, oh, I'm really sorry, but I've just found a hair in my soup. Why are you apologising? Nonetheless, that's what we do in Britain. We don't want to put anyone out, right? So again, that one I thought was quite interesting and important to kind of do with you, because if you do try and contact a waiter and you do come across more like Asset's second version, very angry and a little bit more expectant, they're probably not going to be as helpful to you. I always say kill it with kindness, especially in customer service. If there's something not right, be extra polite about it, in England especially, and you're more likely to have it resolved in a nicer way. So there you go, food for thought. Right, let's crack on the rest of these as a group and then we'll come around individually if you want to pick one that's a bit more challenging for you. Number 7, I'll say it and then you can repeat it and have a little play while you're doing it individually, as if there are 2 different ways you could try it. We're just going to get through this as well though, and I want you to think of that intonation too. I got it on sale. I was really chuffed. There you go, give that a go. Okay, remember that, the stress, you got it on sale, not full price. You would never actually say that to your friend, oh, I paid full price for that. You wouldn't really say that unless you're trying to brag about it. So good, and chuffed. That might be a word you've not come across before, but that is quite a British word. If you're chuffed about something, you're pleased. And I was really like, oh, chuffed. Yeah, it's quite onomatopoeic, that word. Good. Number 8. I'm sorry I'm late, but the bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber. Blah, 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 blah. And again, I'm sorry I'm late. The stress shouldn't be on I'm sorry I'm late. The fact is you're sorry that you're late. So we want to make sure sorry and late are nice and plucked out. Good. Well done, guys. Moving on to number 9. Would you like a cup of tea and a biscuit? Do you know what? I feel like it's a bit sad actually, because when I was growing up, all the neighbours on my street would normally have our front doors open and we'd go around for a tea or a biscuit or like a lunch or whatever with the kids, like me as a kid playing and everything. But it's not really a thing anymore, I don't think, unless the older generation do it down like a quiet street or something. It was quite normal, I think, to invite someone over for a tea and a biscuit and just have a little chat in the afternoon or in the morning or whatever. But yeah, we don't really do that much anymore. But nonetheless, that's quite a British sentence, isn't it? Lovely. Number 10. Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it? Yeah, Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it? Because I'm not. 2 different ways. It's like a little acting exercise, isn't it? Good, guys. Moving on. Some more Christmassy ones. I'm really looking forward to 2025. Have you got any plans for New Year? And again, on that one, actually, I think really is a word we do use quite a lot. So again, I give you permission to elongate that, play around with it. I'm really, even we'd say that, I would say that, okay? I'm really excited to go home. We might even sing it a little bit. However, the rest of that sentence, because you're talking about moving forward to next year, I actually think you can get on with that a little bit more. So again, I'm really looking forward to 2025. Do you see how I get on with finishing the sentence after I've shown my excitement a little bit? I kind of crack on because I'm so excited for it to get here. Does that make sense? This is all the kind of stuff that I really look into in like my acting career when I'm bringing a script to life. I think, okay, what's my intention? What do I want to do? What am I trying to express? How do I feel? All these questions I want you guys to be asking as you practice moving forward. Number 12. So, tell me all about... Oh, hang on a minute. Tell me all about your... I did this one wrong, didn't I? So tell me all about your... What should we tell everyone about your Christmas? Oh, it's not letting me copy it. Okay, we'll keep that free. What did you say?
Holidays.
Holiday. So tell me all about your holiday. How was your festive season?
It will be your festive season, no? And
It
how
will
would
probably
it
be that. I think let me quickly check my notes. I think I edited it. Well, I couldn't have edited it because I've copied and pasted it. Tell me all about your festive season. Yeah, that's what we were going for. How was it with your family? Bloody hell, we got there in the end. Lovely jubbly. Okay, good, guys. Well done. I want you to pick one of those and we'll come round. I think one might suffice for now, but if any of you have got any questions at all, just put your hands up and just do ask. We'll just come around individually, and what we'll do is we'll play around with it a little bit. Again, I really want these British accents turned on. I don't want to be correcting your articulation and pronunciation too much, but I will if I need to. And I really want to think about playing around with the intonation and having a clear intention behind it. This is not just an exercise, it's a practice in your emotional communication to somebody, okay? Good. Hands up when you're ready. Anna. Anna's up first.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Number 2.
Okay.
That was excellent. I'm definitely coming back again.
Excellent. Are you actually coming back again? Was it a good food?
Sounds like I am.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Lovely. Well done. Well done. That was. Can we try? I want you to elongate that out a little bit more, actually, because what I heard then was that, and it was quite abrupt. And actually, I'm not sure British enough for me. If anything, can we try that?
I'll tell you
Once
why,
again.
because I have issues with the vowel.
With the glottal ending, you mean, or the
No, just with
the ah? Well, you did it beautifully just then.
No,
So
you
it's
said it
interesting.
wasn't.
No. What I said was, for me, it was the glottal ending on the word. So what I heard then was that was excellent. It was almost like a quack, because I think you were trying to give me so much energy in the ah sound. You dropped the T, which is a natural thing to do. We might say that was excellent. I didn't say the T sound then. That was excellent. We would do that. But can you hear how less aggressive and
Tension.
loud it was?
Yes.
Yeah, it was less it was a level 3 out of 10 rather than a 10 out of 10. So again, it wasn't that that sound was wrong. That was fine. It was just more of the aggressiveness of it, and the kind of the glottal was too aggressive, I would say. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. So try again.
That was excellent.
Good.
I'm definitely coming back again.
Yeah, lovely, much better. And again, in a restaurant, if you're in a nice, quiet, fancy restaurant, you might not be too loud. Whereas I could picture you there in a fine dining, lightly lit, lovely, calm environment. That was excellent. It's very classy. So lovely. Well done. Yeah, I think that sound is fine. I think try and get out of your head now that that is a problem. Because I don't want you to overcompensate on it in your practice and actually interfere with it more and make it more of a problem, because I don't think it actually is. That being said, can you just say number 3? Can I get a double espresso?
Can I get a double espresso
Yeah,
and a latte, please?
good. And then number 4, I completely understand what you're saying.
I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think you've got any problems with it. I think you've just got in your head about it.
Because I'm constantly corrected by Lilo.
Okay. What words in particular has she constantly corrected you on? Can you remember any?
And feedback, that.
Okay. Just say feedback.
Feedback.
Yeah, feedback. It's good. I think it's fine. From what I'm hearing from you now, and maybe in context of their classes, it might have been slightly different, but I think don't stress about it now.
Sad, fat, black, cat.
Just say black cat.
Black cat.
Yeah, good. I think, I mean, just the thing is, if I was listing those words like you did, I probably would be like black, cat, bat, sat, like I would do it like that. But actually, when I asked you to just say it like black cat, you did it fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So again, I think it's the fact that maybe because you've had that feedback so much, it's in your head now that it's always a problem, and therefore you maybe do fiddle with it a bit too much.
Yes.
And I think we just can't do that now. We don't need to do that now. You've worked on it. A problem was identified, and so now it's just practicing it in its normality, rather than thinking this is a problem for me always and forever.
Yes, I'm focusing because I know that this is a problem, and that's why I said that was
But it's not a
excellent.
problem. But again, even then you just reiterated that it's still a problem. I don't think it is a problem. So change that, reframe it for me. That used to be an issue you have, but now it's not. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Thank
get
you,
on with
Pippa.
the sound. Don't overthink it and try and drag the sound out in an attempt to make it correct, because in doing that, you make it wrong. You can do it. You've done it fine. That being said, your next session with Lilo, she might be like, oh, but just take it as that one time, in that one word, in that one sentence. Okay, I need to work on it there. Don't carry it with you forever, because it's going to hinder you, Anna, and you're doing really, really well. Okay?
Thank you, Pippa.
You're
Thank
welcome. Delightful. Fabulous, darling. Svetlana. What do you want to do? You're muted.
Sorry.
Hmm?
I'm sorry. I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
How did you feel when you said that?
Maybe natural. It's a very usual situation for me.
I personally felt like you weren't very sorry.
Ah,
And as a result, should I be your colleague at work or someone who was waiting for you, I would be a little bit offended.
mhm.
So, do you want anyone to ever feel offended by you being late?
No, of
You
course.
want to assure them that you're sorry and that you tried to get there on time. So, really good
Okay.
example. Let's not keep it. It's interesting as well. When I asked you how you felt, you're like, oh, it's quite natural because it happens to me all the time. But then the person that you're late to meet, this could be a new thing, or maybe it is a regular thing. So you need to make it up more to them if you genuinely care about them. Do you see how complex it can be? And I'm sure you never want to come across rude, professionally or personally. So again, let's switch on that kind of emotive understanding of how other people might feel, part of your brain, and see if we can get that involved a little bit more. So really reassure me that you tried to be here on time and that you're genuinely sorry. And if I'm pissed off with you, I'm not, you don't want me to be pissed off with you. So give it another go.
I'm sorry. I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Good. Well done. Good try. I'm going to give you another little thing in your British accent for me. So, I'm sorry. I'm late. The bus was cancelled. That's what I heard from you. And I couldn't get an Uber. Again, I think when we're kind of coming down like this, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't really care, is what
Ah,
it kind of gives me, yeah?
okay.
So we
Mhm.
care. I'm trying. I want to impress you. I'm so sorry. Let's try and think about lifting and taking off as
Lifting.
opposed to sinking and acting like we don't care. So we care. I want you to be extra alive for me. Try again.
Mm. Oh, I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Bus was cancelled. The bus was cancelled. What was cancelled? The bus.
The
And it was
bus.
the bus was cancelled, and then I couldn't get in the car. So the main, I think, important bits of this sentence is like how you tried to get here on time. If we're stressing cancelled and the fact that you couldn't get an Uber, you're actually stressing more of the negative things. But because you're trying to be reassuring that you tried every possible way to get there, you'd probably stress the transport more. The bus got cancelled. The Uber wasn't coming. I ran for days to get here on time. So does
Okay.
that make sense? So try again. Well done. Well done.
I'm sorry. I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Well done. Well done. Final thing I'm going to give you. That was much better, by the way. Bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber. You got on with the point more, is that you tried to get here on time rather than these were all my problems. So here's more stuff I'm dumping on you as well as being late. Next thing, I'm noticing that you're breaking up. I'm sorry, I'm late. So again, this is a note for everybody. I've not put a comma in there, but actually it's normal. If you're late, it would normally come as one. I'm sorry, I'm late in one hit rather than I'm sorry, I'm late.
I'm
Because
sorry,
again,
I'm late. Okay.
I think breaking that up
Together.
again adds to the sarcasm almost of the situation. So again, I'm sorry I'm late. Say that.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
Fabulous. Yes. Yes. Lovely. I'm sorry I'm late. So yeah, much better. Does all of that make sense?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Fantastic effort. Oh, it's so fascinating, isn't it? I think that's quite remove pin. Yeah, in practice, guys, like after this course, like do keep in touch with a few of each other. Like if you've got on well with someone or like, you're vibing, do keep in touch and practice with each other. Because just then I think it was actually a really useful exercise for me to put like a character on almost, or be the person that Svetlana was late to. Because actually the first time she said it, it made me feel a bit like, all right. And we probably never want to do that to anyone, right? So again, like have a little think, how would I receive that information if they used that pitch variation, that gesture, that expression on their face, that volume, that quietness, all these other dynamics. Think, how would that make me feel if someone actually said that to me? And I think that might help you realize, maybe I need to change that intonation. Maybe need to change that articulation. Good, lovely. Let's come to Jana, please.
I'm really looking forward to 2025. Have you got any plans for New Year?
Lovely. Well done. Are you really looking forward to 2025?
I am.
Yeah?
Not
Oh,
really.
good.
But
I'm glad you were honest because I actually thought you weren't really looking forward to 2025 from the first way you said it, which is fine if that's how you feel. So interesting. I'm really looking forward to 2025. You're laughing because you can hear it, right? Like it sounds like you're not. It's contradicting what you're telling me. So again, we might say it like that for comedic effect. Oh, I'm really looking forward to the new year. No, I'm not. Exactly. So again, ways to play around with it. So give it to me truly, like you actually aren't. But maybe let's keep it playful like that. Say it again, but like you really aren't looking forward to it. Don't try and cover it up, Yana. Tell me that in a sarcastic, playful way that you're really looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to 2025. Have you got any plans for New Year?
Good. You see, she's kind of dipping and like looking around a little bit. There's like some acknowledgement that she's not being entirely truthful here, but that is the point of what she's saying and how she's saying it. So well done. Can we switch it up? You actually are really excited about 2025.
I'm really looking forward to 2025. Have you got any plans for New Year?
Lovely. I'm really looking forward to it. You gave me a little gesture. Again, all this chopping board stuff and business that we're doing at the beginning in our warm-up can help us when we're expressing ourselves. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get on with it. Really, really good. Lovely. Just say for me, I'm really looking forward.
I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, good. I'm really looking forward. Can we try? Just repeat after me. La 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 la.
Oh, the L, yeah. La 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 la. La.
Ililili.
Ililili.
Yeah, good. Well done. Good specificity there. Lulululu.
Lulululu.
Ililili.
Ililili.
Lililili.
Lililili.
I'm really looking forward.
I'm really looking forward.
Lush, lovely. It's a really light L on those. I'm really looking forward. It's just tapping gently the hard palate, okay? You did it much better then. So again, it's interesting because straight away you were like, ah, the L's. Oh my God, the L's. So again, guys, similar to what I was saying to Anna though, like if it's a problem, let's make the problem like a tenth of the size that we think it is. I know you've all invested so much time and energy and money into this course. Like I get it. So you want to get it right. You want to put the pressure on. That's why you're all here on a Sunday afternoon when you could be having a nice walk with your dogs and family. You're not, you're here. So again, I respect that and I get it. Take the pressure off because it's going to interfere with you moving forward now. You're at a point where you're really far into the journey, but you're extra hyper aware of everything you're doing wrong because you understand it more now. But there has to come that moment where we decompress and go, right, keep it light. Lightly, lightly, ever lightly. A friend of mine said that to me once and I was like, lightly, lightly, ever lightly. And in your case, Yana, lightly, lightly, ever lightly with those light L's is actually really ideal, okay? So it's just about
practice that phrase.
yeah, it's lightly, lightly, ever lightly. And think lightly as you say it, like, okay, it's easy breezy, lemon squeezy, no problems here. Okay, we're just gonna decompress and let that emotional part of it detach. And I know it's hard to do, but I want you to try that. So again, say the whole sentence again. You're really easing lightly, lightly into 2025. Try it again.
I'm really looking forward to 2025. Have you got any plans for New Year?
Yeah, lovely. Well done. Have you got any questions at all?
No.
Good. You're welcome. Well done. Smashing stuff. Oh, I'm gonna miss you all. Right, okay, Amina. Oh.
8.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Good. Well done. Let's try and smooth it all out a little bit more now. I think your articulation was really strong, but I just want to smooth it out and see how it goes. So rather than I'm sorry, I'm late, can we try I'm sorry, I'm late? Like make it smooth and all joined together. I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. Try again.
I'm sorry, I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Really, really good. Lovely. Let's just say Uber.
Uber.
Better. Good. And it's lovely. I prefer how you're saying it, but that's not how we say it. Uber. Uber.
Uber.
Uba. Like a
Uba.
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 Yeah, better. Good. Better. Yeah, it's an ugly way to say it. You said it quite like nice and I liked it, but maybe I'm gonna say it Uber from now on. With a little bit more of a French kind of twang on it. Lovely. Where are you from, Amina? Again, you're Russian, aren't you?
Yes, I'm from Russia.
Do you only speak Russian or do you speak anything else? Oh, British,
Russian,
English.
only
obviously.
Russian.
Only Russian. Okay, fine. Just curious. Yeah, just say I couldn't get an Uber.
I couldn't get an Uber.
Good. Good. So rather than I couldn't get an Uber, can we try I couldn't get an Uber?
I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah, excellent. So just like little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. It's like every other syllable is hit a little bit more. Again, I'm just being a little bit nitpicky with you. And just thinking about I couldn't get this thing. The trouble is I couldn't manage to get that thing. So I think I just wanted a little bit more stress and understanding of the words you're using as you're saying it. And I think that made it clearer for me and have a lot more of a British intonation behind it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry, the bus was cancelled. Yeah, and again, just say the bus was cancelled.
The bus was cancelled.
Yeah, good. So again, be careful. Cancelled, cancel. You're giving me that. Cancel, cancelled.
Cancelled.
Yeah, cancelled. And again, it does say cancelled, but can we have cancelled?
Cancelled.
Better. Yeah, good. Better. My Essex girl is coming out more and more now. Better. Lovely. Any questions?
No.
Stupendous. Let's park it there, Amina. Well done. Who else has not gone yet? Masha? Hello. We have got a little bit of time, so if anyone else does want another one, just pop your hand up. Go on, my love.
Number 12.
Yeah.
So, tell me all about your festive season. How was it with your family?
Yes, very good. I like the so. So, just say so.
So,
Good. Say the whole thing again. Just say the whole thing again for me. I just want to listen to it one more time.
so tell me all about your festive season. How was
Really
it
good.
with your family?
Really good. Yes. So you did what I wanted because when we start a sentence with so, it's normally like a punctuation energy shift. I actually felt like you were kind of sitting down with me finally and being like, right, so tell me about this thing. Like, and I feel like that's the kind of energy those sorts of phrases at the beginning of sentences or the word so or right, for example. Right. Tell me about this thing. It's quite a punctuation energy shift moment. And I thought you did that very well, Masha. So well done. Thank you very much. Let's add a little bit more joviality in there, a bit more joy, and a little bit more relaxation in there. So you really want to hear how your friend's festive season was. And actually, she's got some gossip for you that you're really excited to hear about. So try again, one more time.
So, tell me all about your okay. So, tell me all about your festive season. How was it with your family?
Fantastic. How was it with your family? Lovely. The beginning bit of the sentence, I want you to try again. There's one thing I feel like you're missing, but you did it in the second half of the sentence. So just try again. Let's forget the second half of the sentence and let's just imagine it's that first bit. Tell me all about your festive season. Try again.
So,
yeah.
tell me all about your festive season.
Good.
About your
Better.
Tell me all about your festive season.
Good.
Tell me about
What else
Tell
did you
me
do?
all about. So tell me all about your festive season.
Good. Well
was
done.
it?
There's
Okay.
another word in that sentence that you haven't really stressed yet that I want you to stress.
All about. All about
it. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me all about your festive season.
Yeah, but brilliant. None of what Masha did then was wrong at any point. It's just different opportunities to stress something. And if we're talking about all or nothing, you want to hear about all of it. You're not saying, tell me about that one time, that one meal you had that you said that was really going to be awkward because your ex is there or whatever. You didn't say that. You were saying, tell me all, I want to hear all about it. And again, if we're talking to a friend, we want to hear all about your holidays or all about this thing. Can you see how I'm lifting the all? Tell me all about it. Tell me everything there is to know about it. Can you see what I'm doing?
Mhm.
Yeah. So really
Yeah.
good. Again, nothing wrong with how you did it before. The only thing I would say is that you were, I think because you could see they were quite what we call monosyllabic words, so just one syllable words. Tell me all about you were trying to get through them really quickly. And actually, that's the opposite of what I wanted from you. And I think it's just because, again, we think if we speak quicker, we maybe sound more natural, but actually it sounded more unnatural to me when you just raced through it and got to the second part of the question, which was, how was it with your family? Which is a good question as well. And maybe you do want to get to that one. But I think, yeah, with the all, tell me everything. You want to know everything, all of it. So I think there would be a tendency naturally for us as women as well, especially to stress that part of the sentence. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Fascinating. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Good. You're welcome. Ira.
Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it?
To me, do you want to know how I felt hearing that?
Maybe that was my intention.
It might have been. I was a bit like, oh, she's not looking like too forward to it.
Yeah,
And it's a little bit like, yay, how great. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, nice one. Christmas is nearly here. It was kind of like exaggerated. It's an exaggerated bounce. Whereas if you say Christmas is nearly here, I'm so excited. Like, yeah, it would have felt more natural. So good. Try again, as if I'm like bumping into you and I haven't seen you in 5 years, and you're really excited to see me.
Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, good, lovely, well done. Do you know what I'm going to ask from you, Ira, actually? Christmas is nearly here. I don't think I can hear it. It's a nice placement, what you've got, but actually I think to me, it does sound a little bit overcompensate-y, like we're trying to really lift it, which is obviously what you're doing because I've given you that as a task. So you're trying to. But actually, I want you to kind of just sit back into it a little bit more energetically and just say it in your kind of natural pitch, wherever you think that might be. Just like a normal conversation. Now let's try and make it a bit more natural. Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it? Like, actually ask me the question.
Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, good. Can you just say for me, you know that sentence, can you see it? Context/environment, i.e. who you are speaking to. It's in the chat. Let me quickly add it to the chat. I just want you to read this to me. Oh, for God's sake, it's sending the wrong thing. Hang on a minute. Oh, I got annoyed there, didn't I? Oh, for God's sake. Let me just send it in the chat one more time. I just want to hear you say something else. Read. Can you see it in the chat? Give that a read. Oh, she's on her phone.
Yeah, I'm
You're on your phone.
So what do you actually want me to read?
Do you know what? I just want you to say something. Just keep talking to me. Tell me about what your plans are later.
What I didn't get what you wanted to hear
So
me
just
about,
tell me about yourself, or tell me what your plans are later today, or tell me what you've enjoyed about the course. I just want to hear you speaking a bit more.
I don't have planned much today. I'm just going to the gym to do some exercises and then maybe watch the movie later.
Great. Where you just placed all of that Just going to the gym, might watch a movie later.
Quite neutral, I think.
Quite neutral, right. So just give me that sentence that we just worked on. So tell me, no, not that one. Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it? Just give it to me in that same kind of pitch, with that same kind of energy.
Christmas is nearly here. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, good. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, good. So rather than are you ready for it, I want are you ready for it? Can
Are
hear
you
the
ready
difference?
for it?
Yeah, good, good, good. So
Yeah.
I think sometimes what you're doing, which is fine, as you I think you're relatively new at this. Obviously, you've done the course, but I think what's happening is where you're concentrating to try and sound natural. You're trying to keep it on one tone a little bit, but then actually it sounds a little bit one note. I actually want you to think about dropping and lifting again. Even though I know at the beginning of the call we were talking about something else on Little Miss Muffet, I think it was. I want you to just try dropping it, but committing that drop a little bit more. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, excellent. So I think it's more of that pitch change. So it's just not about keeping it like are you musical at all?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Sometimes I feel like it'd be really helpful to have a piano with me so I can show you like what I'm talking about when I talk about minor and major scales. But I do think like there is something to be said about it kind of going a little bit up and down a little bit. It sounds more like to me it sounds robotic, yeah? But when I'm speaking to you, I'm going quite far, but then I'm also kind of got that sing-song kind of rhythm there. I'm going quite far, but I might go over here as well. Do you see how there's like almost like a balance to it? Like if this is my mid-tone, I will go here, but to combat that nicely, I might go down here as well later on in the sentence. Does that make sense?
Yes, I have quite an issue, I know.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's just because you're learning, you know. It's about just keep playing with it and changing that pitch quite a lot. Try not to get stuck in your natural way, even though you're thinking of 1,000 different things, which is why it's becoming monotonous. I just want you to keep really jumping from one to the other, and playing around with all that pitch variation that you can play with. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
honestly, you're doing really amazingly well. I'm just being nitpicking and trying to give you something else to think of so that you can just sound even more natural that you want to. Okay? Any questions, let me know after the session, okay? Well done. Good. Right, two more. Oh no, maybe three. Oh no, Ira's just gone. Two more times, then we'll do Masha and then Yana, and then we will wrap it up there. If anyone's got any questions, I'll hang out for 5 more minutes. If there's anything you want to ask about anything, just let me know. Go on, Masha.
I'll go with 8. I'm
Go on
sorry
then.
I'm sorry I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna be a bit picky with you. Couldn't get an Uber. Couldn't get. Just say couldn't get.
And I couldn't get an
Yeah.
Uber. And I couldn't get an Uber. Couldn't get
I think
an
it's the couldn't actually. Could. You're keeping that quite tight. Couldn't. 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 Yeah, the
Couldn't.
tongue's actually quite low. We've got the K being made like at the back of the mouth for the k. Couldn't.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm late. The bus was cancelled and I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah, the could is better, so thank you. And then I just think it's on the couldn't. Couldn't. I think I still want the D and the N and the T because that's a constant, what I call a consonant cluster. I want them to still be really individualized rather than smushed. Couldn't.
Couldn't.
Better.
Couldn't.
Yeah. Try one more time.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
And watch that intonation even in your practice. Couldn't. Bounce it on one note for me. Couldn't. Yeah, because again, in the conversation, like the fact is that you couldn't do it, not that you could do it. So again, sing song, couldn't, could. So again, I want a little bit more of an awareness of that in your practice. Just be aware of your intonation. Be careful you're not reinforcing. Yeah, couldn't. So guys, actually, a general note for all of you that will help you so much. I think, especially you, Ira, as well, actually. When you're practicing a word, for example, I'll look at this, symbols. rather than going cymbals, 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 what you're actually doing is reinforcing that that's the intonation pattern you're always going to have when you say cymbals. I would practice cymbals, 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 cymbals. Break it up and practice it. All these weird people will think you're insane, but who cares? Practice it lots of different ways so that you don't then get stuck in that rhythm. And then when you take it out of that context of your practice and put it in a sentence, it sounds really weird. Actually, if you think about the emotion, because you've tried 100 different ways to say that word, it will come out much more naturally when you're thinking about how you're going to say it in the sentence. Does that make sense? It adds more freedom and creativity in your practice that will help you stop getting stuck in one position. Good. Can you just say d, n, t?
D, N, N, T. D, D, N, T.
Good. Better. Thank you. D, n, t.
D, N, T.
Better. Much more specific. Specific then. I didn't go n. I went n, and you did it better that time. So thank you. Good focus. And same again. D, n, t.
D, N, T.
Ud, n, t.
Ud, N, T.
Ud, n, t.
Ud, N, T.
Couldn't.
Could.
And then I did say dun, ta.
Couldn't.
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 Yeah, like it's a new word. Couldn't.
Couldn't. Couldn't.
Yeah, okay, good, thank you. And now let's throw that exercise away and just say couldn't.
Couldn't. I couldn't get an Uber. I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah. So again, actually similar to, not similar, but interesting Anna's question earlier about like the whole vowels being elongated. I think the fact is on this word, because we've got a lovely consonant cluster that's a gift, couldn't. There's lots of nts in there. That in itself, the sound is being stopped by our teeth and our lips and our tongue making the shape of the airflow. We're not letting the airflow get through, which actually reinforces what you're meaning. You couldn't do something. So enjoy that consonant cluster because it actually reinforces what you're saying. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Because it's get after that. It's that's what makes it difficult. Couldn't is good, but then couldn't get an Uber.
Couldn't. But again, don't rush. Don't then throw away all the effort you've put on couldn't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's its own entity. So I couldn't get an Uber.
Mm-hmm.
And that's rare. You can get an Uber anywhere, anytime, can't you? Like Ubers are amazing. So again, we could slow it down. Don't think speeding it up is going to help you. It doesn't until you're actually sure of it all broken up. I couldn't get an Uber. I mean, come on. Again, that could, help you spell out how you're feeling about it as well. So just say it more like that. I couldn't get an Uber. How ridiculous. Try that.
I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah, good. Well done. Get.
Good.
Make sure it doesn't get too lost in there. Yeah, I couldn't get an Uber.
I couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah, good. Well done. Well done. We're running over a little bit, but I just want to give you one more thing. On the nt, I want the N shorter, so it doesn't become I couldn't. I couldn't. It's a
I couldn't.
Better. Yeah, keep it short. Try not to stress the N too much now. Okay, good. Any questions?
No.
Well done. Lovely. Last but not least, we'll finish with Yana, and then we'll wrap it up there, guys. One more sentence. What do you want to do?
The last one. I think the exciting intonations are harder for me. So yeah. So tell me about your festive season. How was it with your family?
Great. I think. So what was the word you just used then? Excited. Is that what one's harder for you?
Like exciting, sounding exciting.
Yeah. Okay. I think that when you're excited, you're not normally trying to sound excited, are you? You just are. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So again, what I would say, and this is similar to what Ira's predicament, I think, was, rather than thinking I need to sound a certain way, if you think, if I feel it, it will come out, that will help you more. So rather than thinking I'm trying to be excited, just actually think for a minute how you actually feel. I've forgotten the sentence. Was it, so tell me about your festive season? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
So genuinely ask me like you genuinely care and you're genuinely excited to hear it. hear what I've had going on with my festive season, and I'm sure that excitement will come naturally. So forget how you try to sound. Really look at me and think like, I don't care if you go off the script as well, but just be like, Pippa, how was your festive season? Like, ask me.
So tell me, how was your holidays? I'm sticking with that.
Good.
How were your holidays? Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. It was awesome. Good. Well done. Good. I think that's it. I think it's more about thinking like, how do I feel and how can I access that excitement internally and then let it come out rather than like squashing it. Because in forcing yourself to try and sound a certain way, you're already crushing the very feeling you're trying to get across. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't want you to do it again. I just think I just want you to chill out with it and just be yourself. Because you've got a lot. You're always smiling. You're always like laughing. Like you've got a really good like, dexterity about you. You're very flexible and open. So I think it's just about letting that come through, rather than thinking how should I say it when I'm trying to be like this, because that actually separates you from what you're trying to achieve more. Okay.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Guys, it's been an absolute bloomin' pleasure. I've loved seeing all of you and meeting all of you, and you've all done so well. I wish I could have seen you more often, and do give feedback as well to Lilo, because I know she likes to hear what she can do better, like from my sessions. I mean, like tell her what you liked, what you didn't like, all that sort of thing. And yeah, I just hope you all have a wonderful festive period, and I hope you all have a lovely 2025, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in the future, and hopefully, yeah, seeing you in England maybe one day. How exciting. Yes, come on over for a hollybobs. But yeah, any final questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll park it there. And yeah, really good to see you all. Well done. Really good work. Super proud.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Pippa.
You're welcome. Take
Thank
care of
you.
yourselves.
Bye.
Bye. Peace and love. Bye.